Okay, I think we are all here. I'm not sure if we are, but at least the parents are here, and that's important. Thank you so much for showing up. We're very excited. We are sad there's one parent who is not here today, and we should have looked into changing the date, and we did not, so we honor him. And we are very excited, of course, that Verena and Elvin, Rebecca, and the family are with us. So let's And I will have several announcements after we are done. Actually, I wanted to say this. After the program, could we ask you to remain seated and quiet? Because there will be some gift giving and some acknowledgments. And then after that, I will have some announcements about the food. So, and we are asking that you would keep the conversation to nil during the program so that we are recording up here and so that we can have a good recording. Thank you so much. And Philip will lead in prayer and we'll get started.
No applause after everything.
Yes.
No applause.
Yeah, if you remember not to do applause after everything, that'd be nice. And wait to do the applause until the end. Is that good?
One more.
Unless it's really good.
One more thing. For those of you who don't know German, there's going to be a German song and a German poem. The song and poem are in here, and the translation as well for you guys. So, take a look at that.
So Lord, we just thank you for another brand new day. Thank you for the rain, the moisture that we send. Thank you just so much for your goodness. And thank you that Meredith and you here and Elvin, Rebecca, and Verena. Lord, we just look to you today because our dependency is on you. Without you, we can do nothing. So Lord, we just thank you for everyone here. Ask that your health and healing and life would be on each one of us here. Bless these school children. And thank you for the grace that is on them and the testimony they're going to share. In Jesus' name, amen.
Unite our hearts and minds in purpose, pursuing freedom's call. For the USA was founded upon free worship after all. So let our nation once again be honorable and strong. Let us embrace reason and for justice always long. Forgive us when we lead astray the children and the weak. Help us better serve our world and divine blessings seek. Be with those who rule over us and guide their decisions, Lord. Let laws be passed that are dignified and based upon your word. Please comfort widows and orphans too, and those in danger's way. Help us do more to improve their lot each and every day. As we guard the heart of this place, give us strength, we pray, to be honest and forthright and stand for the USA. Please bless our country once again as we offer praise anew. Please bring us unity, hope, peace, and cheer, and closer, God, to you. In Fincher grove there lag, Jesus mein Heiland, Schmieds und Rentner, komm auf, versteh uns Tag, Jesus mein Herr, roll up the Stein, Jesus lebt, aus dem Tod singt Herr hin, Jesus lebt, in dem Lied des Grabes macht, denn der Lebensfürst ist an des Todes nah. Jesus lebt, Halleluja, Jesus lebt. Siege nur zu dem Stein, Jesus mein Heiland, schließt euren Frieden ein, Jesus mein Herr. Roll up the Stein, Jesus lebt, aus dem Tode singt der Herr hin. Jesus lebt, es gibt im Lied des Grabes Macht, denn der Lebensfürst ist an des Todes nah. Jesus lebt, Halleluja, Jesus lebt. Tod gibt den Opfer her, Jesus mein Heiland, dich aufgibt, singt der Herr, Jesus mein Herr. Roll up the Stein, Jesus lebt, aus dem Tode singt der Herr hin. Jesus lebt, es gibt im Licht des Grabes Nacht, denn der Lebensfürst ist an des Todes nah. Jesus lebt, Halleluja, Jesus lebt. Love is number one. We can do all things right and be eloquent in what we say, but if we don't have love in our hearts, then what we say and do is in vain. We can give everything to those in need, even sacrifice all our time. But if we don't have God's love inside, it's as if our faith is blind. The only motivation we should have is God's compassionate heart, to really have God's mercy and grace for many lost in the dark. Touch us again with your love and a desire for the lost, to show them there's a better way, to lead them to Jesus' cross. So they may be deeply touched with your saving grace, O Lord, to know the missing link is you, the key that unlocks the door. For you have reconciled us, Lord, back to our Father above, to have meaningful relationship and receive his eternal love. Spring by Christy Yoder. Spring brings flowers, birds, and nests, sunshine, warmth, and happiness. In the spring I like to swing and hear the pretty blue jays sing. mockingbird upon the fence, so many tunes will bring. Bright flowers bloom in field and vale, the bears desert their dens. Tall trees turn green on hill and dale, cute fox cubs play like wrens. Sweet springtime is so beautiful, green grasses deck the sod. We should be thankful for spring days and give much praise to God. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord, hallelujah, praise ye the Lord. The Father loves each boy and girl that He has placed in this great world. Each infant, child, woman, man, with love we cannot comprehend. He loves with love so deep and wide it shed. From Jesus pierced and side it shed. The tears of deep distress that we might be forever blessed. Can I receive such love divine and not return this love of mine? In every word and every thought I'll strive to live as He has taught. Mountains by Ethan Miller. The mountains that are around us may look so cold and white, but our God really made them with all His power and might. The mountains are majestic and reaching toward the skies, with colors of much beauty and snow-capped peaks on high. The mountains are wildflowers. The wildlife and flowers are amazing sights to see. So we should thank our Father who too made you and me. You can. Whether you think you can or think you can't, either way, you are right. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the world you'll find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in a state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later the one who wins is the one who thinks he can. Der Ofen ist heiß, der Schnee ist weiß, das Wasser ist kalt, meine Dode ist alt. Goodbye, grade one. Sticky fingers, runny noses, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Shapes and colors, ABCs. Repeat turns on 1, 2, 3. Toothless smiles, hugs, and giggles. Math class time and lots of wiggles. Stacks of wood, playground cleanup. Towards an ending, so it seems like. Corn dogs, ketchup, and the best of friends. Thinking days like this won't end. First grade is done. I can't believe it. Someone picked me. Am I only dreaming? Why can't equal time is fun? I have learned and I have grown. From letters and sounds to words on a page. I now can read a lot again. I will take off now, spread my wings, soar to new heights, learn new things. First grade really was so much fun, but man, I am glad it is Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, their guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? On the shore dimly seen through the mist of the deep, where the foe's haughty host in dread silence reposed us. What is that which the breeze or the towering steep, as it fitfully blows, half conceals, half discloses us? Now it catches the gleam of the morning's first beam, in her glory reflected. Now it shines in the stream. 'Tis the star-spangled banner. Oh, long may it wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And where is that band who so vauntingly swore that the havoc of war and the battle's
the 12 disciples. During Jesus' life on earth, he called 12 special men. When he said, "Come follow me," they did so there and then. Invited first to join the group, Simon Peter came. Peter's brother followed too. Andrew was his name. Several more were called by Jesus near the Galilean lake. James and John gave up their nets, just for Jesus' sake. Crowds that followed Jesus knew Philip and Thomas too. But Thomas had doubts about Jesus, more than just a few. In the group was Matthew, who wrote of Jesus' life. His book tells many great stories, the law, teachings, and strength. Pleased to be a disciple, James joined the throng. Thaddeus and Simon also came along. Later, the one called Judas would betray his master's name. Bartholomew, called Nathaniel, was another one who came. Each of the disciples went out in the world to preach, to tell the message of Jesus to every soul they could reach. Since we're saved by Jesus, we must follow too. So listen to Jesus calling, calling me and you. Tell me of that treasure state, story always new. Tell of its beauties grand and its heart so true. Mountains of sunset fire, the land I love the best. Let me grasp the hand of one from out the golden west. Montana, Montana, glory of the West. Of all the states from coast to coast, you're easily the best. Montana, Montana, where skies are always blue. Montana, Montana, I love you. Each country has its flower, each one plays a part. Each bloom brings a longing hope to some lonely heart. Bitterroot to me is dear, growing in my land. Sing then that glorious air, the one I understand. Montana, Montana, glory of the West. Of all the states from coast to coast, you're easily the best. Montana, Montana, where skies are always blue. Montana, Montana, I love you.
Come on.
So right now the children are going to ask you some questions about Montana. So they'll ask and you can answer if you know the answer. Janitorial.
What is Montana's order number in the 50 states?
Just say it.
43?
No, 41st, yes. And on what date did Montana become a state?
1889.
Yeah, November 8th, 1889.
What river in Montana is the shortest river in the world and is fed by the largest freshwater spring in the U.S.?
No. Hang on.
Roe River.
The shortest river in the world.
Say it louder.
The Roe River.
Roe.
Montana has the largest breeding population in the lower 48, of which large bird?
Bald eagle.
Black raven.
Turkey. Geese.
Trumpeter's fly.
Okay, what
Mining. Cattle.
Ranching.
logging, mining, and agriculture. And the Montana Yogo sapphire is the only gem of North America included in the crown of England. Crown jewels.
Just another fact you wanted to say.
How many counties and Indian reservations are in Montana?
56 counties.
56 counties.
How many?
16 reservations?
Not 7.
7?
Okay, there are 56 counties and 7 reservations.
What is the highest peak in Montana?
Granite Peak.
How tall is it?
Over 10,000 feet. Over 10,000 feet.
It's actually
12,000.
11,997 feet.
What?
11,997 feet.
Well, she wanted to say that one because she knew it. So.
Good job.
Good job.
What is the Montana State Fair?
Milord.
Western Milord.
Western Metal.
Yes. What is the Montana State flower?
Bitterroot.
Okay, Nick?
What is the Montana State animal?
Grizzly bear.
Yes.
Wow.
What is the Montana State capital? Yes. No other country has, no other state has as many species of plant than Montana.
Mammals.
Yes.
Mammals. Yeah. That's right.
Can you tell us how many there are in Montana?
19
There are 19 different species of large mammals.
and 96 small.
Different species of small mammals.
Before I knew how to rhyme. I wrote this poem before I knew how to rhyme. I guess that's why it took me such a long piece of paper. I know it sounds funny, but how am I supposed to buy anything without any time? Sorry I wrote this poem before I knew how to rhyme. It's so obvious now. I guess I must have been not really paying very close attention. I know it sounds funny, but when I have a cold, my nose gets all mucousy liquid dripping down to my lip. Then I have to wipe it away with a tissue. Maybe I should try writing a song. I think this poem is good, but I could really be incorrect. Really. Now that this poem is almost over, I hope it wasn't too lengthy. I think I will try writing a song. Oh, I lifted weights all month. I'm getting so stinky.
Every day you keep me safe and warm and loved and fed. But today's your special day, it was my turn instead. So I got up at 5 a.m. I've been working hard since then. Some things I didn't get quite 6 was Mr. Nobody.
It's he who always tears our books and leaves our doors ajar. He pulls the buttons off our shirts and scatters shoes afar.
The bikes and toys out in the yard are not mine to put away. You see, it's always done by the sneaky man, Mr. Nobody.
He leaves out his coat and socks. And then, last night it rained. His are the feet that bring in the mud and make all the carpet stained.
The papers always are mislaid. Who had them last but he? No one else could lose them, teacher, but Mr. Nobody.
The job that's never quite complete. Mom, it wasn't me. Oh, we must find and catch this Mr. Nobody.
With Mom and teacher now on board, we will find him surely.
But I've kind of grown to like this man, this Mr. Nobody.
Danny, kids need their dads most every day to teach them how to work and play. They need their dads to throw a ball and pick them up if they should fall. Dads are good at lots of things, like fixing bikes and broken swings. Teaching kids to help their mother, to love their sister, and even their brother. But the thing dads do the very best is hug you tight against his chest. Daddy, God made Daddy special this way. That's why we love them so much each day. In all this world so big and wide, no mortal that I know is strong enough to hold the tide or make a flower grow. But someone made the mountains tall and all the oceans poured. Who is the master of it all is bound to be the Lord. It takes somebody's
this day's off to a good start. As we go stop singing now and start on our work. Children! Oh, Christy, did you bring back your report card this morning?
No. I got an A in one subject, and we want to mail it to my aunt.
Seriously? I'll have to talk to your mother about that. All right, everyone get out your math books and let's get started. Listen up. So, lower graders, if you had 2 apples and you ate one, how many would you have left? Tom,
5.
5? 5?
4 on the outside and 1 on the inside.
Okay, how does that even make sense?
I don't know.
All right, next one. Sam, if you got a French doll for Christmas and a German doll for your birthday, how many dolls would that be for you?
3, because I got a doll for Christmas last year, too.
Someone actually gave you a doll for Christmas? Okay, settle down. Okay, so Anna, if Dan picked 150 cherries and Sally picked 150 cherries, what would that make?
A very large cherry pie. That's for sure.
Not the answer I was looking for. Okay, let's see what you can do, Rachel. If you had 5 apples and you had to divide them among 7 people, what would you do?
Well, I could make applesauce.
I guess that could work. Okay, you guys keep working on your math. Spelling time. Put your math away. Okay. Nathan, spell banana.
Banana. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A.
Okay.
I know how to spell it, but I just don't know when to stop.
Just stop anytime. Please. Christy, spell cattle.
Cattle. C-A-T-T-T-L-E.
Leave out a T.
Well, it's fine.
It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Well, there's the first or the middle one or the last one. Maybe.
Never mind. Spell rain, David. Rain. R-A-N-E. Oh, that is the worst spell of rain we've had in a long, long time. Andy, spell mouse.
Mouse. M-O-U-S.
What's at the end?
It's tail.
income tax. I had a dog named Tax. I opened the door the other day and income tax.
You guys obviously didn't use a dictionary for this. Do it over, Kristen. Nathan, what's yours with arthritis?
Arthritis, not Arthur. Arthur was going on a trip and was saying goodbye to Mother. All Mother could say was arthritis.
Wow! 3 words for you. Do it over. Andy, water gun.
Water gun. I showed my grandpa the new gun I bought, and all he could say was, "Wow, what a gun that is!"
Well, see if you guys know any OUS words. What does OUS mean, Andy?
OUS means full of.
Good. Let's name some words that end with OUS. Nathan.
Joyous, full of joy.
Yes, Andy?
Pious means full of pies. Like on Sunday, I ate too much pie. I was so pious.
You'll learn that very bad definition. Yes, Christy?
Serious means full of theory like my dad's iPhone.
I guess that would work. Yes, Ava, do you have one?
Yes, furious means full of fear. Like my little brother when I chased him with my toy gun. Nah, that's furious. Like my dog, which is full of fur. Right?
Actually, the definition of furious is full of fury or anger. But anyway, James, come up. Write the answer. James here just added up all your spelling words. You may put your papers away now and get out your history
Thank you everyone so much for coming, and children, great job. That was so good. Yes, we are very, very proud of the children. They had an excellent year, and they worked so hard on their studies and practicing for the program. This has also been a big day they've been looking forward to, so yeah. Mrs. Smith and I have some certificates that we want to pass out to the children.
Yeah, some of you may have recognized that play from a couple years ago. We did it again at the children's request, so we had a lot of fun with it. Hopefully we taught them a little better than that, though. Yeah, so we have some award certificates. Austin and Jethro. Can you come up here, please? So these are our honor roll students this year for maintaining the best grade average. Jethro of the older ones and Austin of the younger ones. Austin's was 98% average for the year, and Jethro was 95.
Can we see it?
Good job.
Can we see what that is?
Oh,
Brain games.
So the next one is spelling test certificates for those who had 100% throughout the entire year in all of their spelling tests. Micah Koplitz. Kendall Yoder. And Austin Gerard.
Their last spelling test, was it this week? It was last week, I'm checking. But, and they were just holding their breath. They were checking over it, making sure they had 100% on their last test. So yeah, they did a really good job. And though, you know, in school, grades are important, and we encourage that, it's not the only thing that makes a great student. So we have some certificates, just some character certificates that we want to hand out, just to things that we noticed in the children this year that was specific to them. And not saying they don't have any other qualities, but the ones that we noticed that stood out in the classroom. So upper graders, can you come up? I should have had these in order, I don't. So, Ethan, for your faithfulness and helpfulness this year, he always did his best, no matter what. He was faithful in the little things, and I really noticed that about him, and always willing to help. So, is Ethan? And Justin Miller for his determination and caring heart. He cares so much about the others around him, and determined to do the best that he can, no matter how hard it may be. So. Antonia Girard, for your compassion and your kindness. She was always willing to give to the younger ones, especially even if it was an award that she had won or something that we had given her and blessed her with, she turned around and gave it away. So that's a huge character quality. And Jethro Koblenz, for your respectfulness and consideration for others. You were a great example for all of the younger children, Jethro, as being the oldest in the classroom. I know everyone really looked up to you, and we appreciate all that you did this year for us. Second and third graders, can you come up? Jethro. Avalon Milord, for your joyfulness and your kindness. This girl never came to school without a smile on her face. I mean, it was hard to get her down. Not that we tried. No matter how overwhelmed she felt or how far behind she got, she always had a giggle and a smile. And her giggle is contagious, let me tell you that. And Jerome, for your sense of humor and your creativity. He was another one that was always making us laugh with his, oh Lord, this guy has sound effects like no other kid I've ever met. And his creativity, I mean, we just had Artistic Talent Day, Friday at school, yesterday I guess. And he made this airplane, this glider plane out of foam. And it looks, I mean, better than I for sure could have done. It was excellent. Joshua Wolf, for your honesty and your compatibility. I know compatibility is a big word for you, but it just means getting along well with others and those around you. He was everybody's friend. And honesty, I mean, if he didn't know something, there was no pretending that he knew it. It was just like, I don't know, He's just honest with everything, and he was out there, and that's huge. So I want to bless you for that. Christy Yoder for responsibility and excellence. So, just an example of that. Friday, she'd worked all day long, or Thursday, she'd worked all day long on her math test, and she was studying, and she was trying so hard to get everything right, because she always does her best, no matter what. And she still didn't finish it by the end of the day, so she was feeling really overwhelmed by the end of the day, but we sent some of her work home. She ended up doing like 5 lessons in her English, and 3 lessons in her reading, including finishing her math test, all in one evening at home. So she's responsible for the work that she has to do, and she does it, and she can put her nose to the grindstone and get it done and do it well. So I'm really proud of her. All right, you guys can take a seat. First grade. We had a lot of young ones at school this year, which made it fun. So, okay, Morgan Mullet, for his compatibility and his gentleness. This guy has no enemies. And he's so sweet and so gentle, and whatever he does, and he's always willing to obey no matter what. So thank you for And Austin Girard for his excellence and his sincerity. So excellence, he always did his best, no matter how long it took him to get it done. It didn't usually take him very long, but he did his best in everything, every time. And he's so honest with how he's feeling. You know how he's feeling when he comes into school that morning. And it's a good thing. So bless you for that. Kendall Yoder for his eagerness to learn and his loving spirit. So the loving spirit, I was trying to find a word that encompassed what I was trying to say, and just he's willing to sacrifice something that he wants to do for others' happiness. He's always willing to do that. Like, okay, this year the game was single base, and that's probably Kendall's least favorite game. But he still played, he joined in, and I didn't even know it wasn't his favorite game until about the last day of school or something. And he doesn't complain, and that's what a loving heart is. He truly loves others and wants to see them happy. And he's just, once he learned to read, he was just reading every book in sight. So he's so eager to learn and does it so well. And James Wolf for his compatibility and creativity. We really enjoyed all of James's stories this year. He's always telling some story or another. and very creative, always drawing or building something with paper and working in his spare time. So he was a joy to have in the classroom. And Micah Koblenz for compatibility and joyfulness. So with Micah again, he had hard days, but he always had a smile on his face, And that's always such a joy. Brings a smile to our face as well when they can be joyful. And Micah was so good at just being friends with everybody as well. Just everybody was his friend. And so, yeah, we bless you boys. I love
Jen and Victoria, can you come up here a little bit? I just want to acknowledge these two girls too. They weren't here the whole time, but they were faithful in doing their schoolwork where they were in Seattle, and I know it was probably kind of a rough time for them to have to do that, not being here. But I just wanted to bless them, and I'm glad you got to participate in the program. And
Yeah, they hold a special place in our hearts too, and we all missed them when they were gone this winter. So. We had only 3 girls. After they left, we only had 3 girls in the classroom, so we were a little outnumbered this year. Yeah, we love you girls.
I just wanted to say a little bit of something for myself about how much I really enjoyed teaching this year. It was a new experience for me. I've never done it before, but I was just really glad for it. The children just made it. I'm just so amazed at, I just compared it a lot to when I went to school. I'm just so proud of the children for how they interact with each other and how they learn so well with their work. And yeah, it has been a challenge at times, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm just really excited. I feel like I've got to sew into their lives a little bit more and kind of get to know each character a little uniquely, and I just feel like it was such a huge blessing for me to receive that part from them. And I'm really blessed that I got to have that opportunity. So yeah. It's been a good year. So.
I felt I should make a little bit of a parting speech, since I did shed a few tears the last couple days with thinking about not teaching again next year, because these children are so my heart and my passion. And especially some of the older ones I've taught them when they were in first grade and second grade. I've taught them 3 times and 3 years, and so it's been so fun watching them all grow up. And this year it was a little more challenging this year with so many people being sick. We had the chicken pox and the flu like 4 times, maybe twice, but felt like it. And with so many little ones, it was more of a challenging year. I could not have done it without Grace. I was so thankful that I had her to help this year. And though this is my last year full-time teaching, I'm sure you haven't seen the last of me. So. But yeah, wasn't that a great program? The kids, I'm always amazed how much they can memorize and how well we do. So I also want to thank all the parents for putting up with me the last few years. I'm not a perfect teacher, and I don't pretend to be, but thank you for trusting me with your children and for supporting me. When a teacher has a parent's support, it's it's a huge thing, and it helps the year go a lot smoother. So thank you all so much for that, and I'll see you around.
Smith and Miss Grace.
I have rarely met a teacher that has taken more personal interest than what I've seen you today in this forum. I'm honored to have you teach our grandchildren and others, and the special interest you take into them is very respectful.
Thank you.